Welcome to Your Profit. I am your host, certified life and financial coach, Joe Shortridge. On today's show, I want to talk about side hustles for the new year, for 2024. Now, before we get into that, though, I want to thank you. If you're new here, welcome to the show. If you've been here a while, thank you for stopping by again. And if you haven't done yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Give me a thumbs up on this video. It really means a lot, and it helps us out. But getting into it, it's time again. Time to make some extra money. There's so many ways out there right now you can make extra money. And I'm going to go over some. But, as you know, like my side hustle, I sell stuff online. I have a Poshmark page. I sell men's clothing. That's not doing too good. I think if you're going to get into Poshmark, sell women's clothing, because I don't think men buy stuff on Poshmark. I don't sell too much stuff. Let's just put it that way. A lot of stuff's still sitting in the closet, and I'm going to end up having a garage sale. Garage sales are good ways to make money. I mean, you can make some good money at garage sales, but I don't have a lot of stuff, but I'm going to have a garage sale, sell that stuff. I think I'm going to get out of the Poshmark thing, but like I said, if you're going to do Poshmark, sell women's clothing, shoes, purses, stuff like that, and get to know your brands. That's real important. Don't waste your time selling stuff from Target or stuff like that on Poshmark. You're not going to make any money. Okay. So my other side hustle is doing woodworking. I make wood crafts. I make coffin bookshelves. I make garden boxes. I've made cornhole sets in the past. I don't do those anymore. The cornhole phase has kind of gone down. But, woodworking stuff. I do that right out of my shed. And it's something I enjoy. And that's one of the other things, too. When you're doing these side hustles, you got to make sure that you enjoy it. It's not a job. It's a side hustle. And you have to enjoy it. And, like I said, with selling clothing, get to know the brands. Get to know what sells. You can go to the store like Goodwill and stuff like that and get jeans for $1. But the thing is, unless they're Levi's or stuff like that, you're not going to make a good profit on them, and it's going to waste your time. Time is money. And that's the same thing with all this stuff. Time is money. You might be traveling places and buying the clothing and stuff like that, and it's not really selling that good. Well, you're using gas money, you're using your time, you're using your energy, plus you're buying the products, stuff like that. So look into it. Find out what you really enjoy doing. If you could do something and get paid for it and enjoy it, what is it going to be? If you're thinking about doing a side hustle, do that. Sit down, figure out what you enjoy, and you can even write it out. Write down the pros and the cons and all that before you get into it. Like woodworking. I enjoy doing the woodworking, but you got to buy tools. You have to have a space to do it in. I work out of my shed. It's a 12 by 12 shed. When I work out there, I just pull everything out, put it in the yard, and then I work in the shed. So you have to have the room to do stuff. You're not going to be able to do like woodworking if you don't have a shed to work out of or a garage. So stuff like that. My sister makes embroidered hats. She loves doing it. She's not making a lot of money at it, but it's you're making some extra money, and it all adds up. Okay. Some of the other things you got to watch out for. You got to watch out for your taxes, stuff like that. If you're going to do a side hustle and you're going to start making some good money, you're going to have to be very careful. You're going to have to pay taxes on that stuff. So figure out what your tax codes are, stuff like that. If you have a financial advisor or a tax advisor, I should say, go to them and ask them. And if you don't have one, go to your credit union or that and ask them if they have an advisor working at the credit union that you can talk to about this stuff. Don't call the IRS, stuff like that, because they'll just say, any extra money you make, even down to a penny, you have to claim it on your taxes. And, sometimes it's not true. Some states have it where you go garage sales and stuff like that, you don't have to pay taxes on. But check your area. check it out. Find out. Do a little research. Do research on the stuff that you're going to make. Do research on how good it sells. You don't want to build something or create something that's not going to sell. It becomes a hobby, And yeah, I guess my woodworking is kind of a hobby, but I'm making money at it. Okay. I don't make a lot of money. Like, for example, I'm making little garden boxes. Okay. Planter boxes. They're 16 by 16 by 16. I make them out of wood, fence pickets, and a lot of people are doing it. It's one of the popular things this year. And everybody's making them. They're putting a little twist on that. But the thing is, that's only costing me about, let's see here, about $9 in material, and then my time and my electricity, stuff like that. So each box I sell for $30, I'm probably making $20 maybe profit on it. So which is good. You have to sell a lot of them to make a lot of money, but I do it like a production line. I cut all the boards that I'm cutting at 14 inches, and I cut all the boards, and you make a production, you pile them up, and then you assemble them. But look into it, look into what you enjoy and what you can make money at. You'd be surprised at what people buy. I noticed that from like eBay and even doing Poshmark. I do sell some clothing on Poshmark, and it's usually the stuff that I don't think is going to sell very good sells first. And the stuff that I think, I find a dress shirt that's really nice and it's, $200 or $300 shirt. I try to sell it. Nobody buys it, so you don't know until you do your research. Great way to do research is on Etsy. Look up Etsy stuff, see what's selling on there if you want to do crafts and stuff like that. But let's go over some stuff that you can do to make some extra cash, some side hustle cash. Okay. First one I want to talk about is like lawn mowing and landscaping. This is a big one. Okay. People don't want to do this anymore. Okay. I have my riding mower, which I broke again. The beast is dead again. And I'm buying a new one, a new used one. And, but the beast lasted 15 years, I paid my dad actually, I bought it from him for $300 and it's lasted this long, but I kept repairing it and it's time. But, find out in your neighborhood who needs work done. People, Dave Ramsey says you get yourself a leaf blower. People are afraid of leaves. Get yourself a leaf blower and go out. They got leaves. Oh my God. And blow the leaves out to the curb or something. That's a big one. People make good money at that. But then again, you have to buy the equipment. You buy gas, stuff like that. But it is a money-making thing if you stick to it and have lawns that you can cut or landscaping you can do. And then again, if you enjoy doing that, you're doing a job that you enjoy. And the thing about that is the people that make that into a professional job make very good money. And they make good money because people don't want to do that. And plus the service industry, like repairman, handyman type deal stuff, people don't do that anymore. People are looking for people to do that kind of stuff. So mowing and landscaping is a good one because people either can't do it, they don't have the right equipment, or they just don't want to do it. They physically can't do it or they don't want to do it. There's some jobs that even I'd rather pay somebody to do because great example again is my deck. Okay. Right outside the studio here, this is the studio for the 222 Paranormal podcast and this show. And on my deck, I need to get a new deck. The deck is terrible. I could do it myself, but it would take me like a month to do, to where if I hired someone, they would just do it in a day. It may cost a little money, but so handyman stuff is big right now. People are not doing it. If you are good with your hands, good with carpentry, good at fixing things, like a water heater, people's water heaters go out. It's usually the thermocoupler. It's a little $5 part. It's usually that, but they don't know. So they need handymans to fix stuff. So That kind of services really are big right now. Second one is offering a beauty service. Okay, this one's a little tough because nails and makeup, but if you study this and you know how to do nails and makeup and stuff, you can make some pretty good money. Now, I'm not talking someone that has a shop and people go and get nails done and that you have to have insurance and stuff like that for that. But if you just, offer a service where you go to their house and you have your little box and stuff, do it safely. You have to figure out, maybe you take someone with you or that, but I don't know. But beauty, doing people's hair and stuff like that as a side hustle can make you some good money. And like I said, you got to be careful. And it, just like anything else, you got to be careful where you go, the people that come to your house, stuff like that. You know, just don't jump into this stuff and go to anybody's house alone and stuff like that. But if you know how to cut hair and maybe you're a cosmetologist and you cut hair at your regular job and you just want to do that as a side hustle too, go into people's homes, hey, why not? Good money can be made at doing stuff like that. Another one is dog walking. Now we're getting into some animal stuff here. Dog walking is a big thing. If you can be a good professional dog walker, you can make some good money because people are really busy now. All our lives are super busy and we don't have the time or the energy right now to do stuff like that, to walk our dogs or that. I don't have a dog. I have my palm trees. My palm trees back here and Mr. Cactus, so you're not going to walk them, but people that have dogs, they need people to walk them. And if you could be a good dog walker and if you're good with animals, you can make some good money. Just plus you're getting exercise. You're walking a lot. You're getting the exercise. You're getting your steps in, stuff like that. I don't know about insurance on this stuff. Being a dog walker, I don't know if you have to be insured or that. Check, if you have an insurance agent that you deal with for your home or your auto or that, go sit down with them and, ask them, say, I'm thinking about doing this stuff. Do I have to have insurance? What do I need to cover myself and the pets that I walk? Because you never know. But you could make some good money at that, and it goes right along with it is pet sitting. This is my best friend Dana and her husband. Every time we go out of town, she has to have a dog sitter. Even when we do gigs, Dana's and James, her husband, they're in like 3 or 4 different bands. They're in the big one, which was Dead in Five. And, they're doing all these concerts. They're traveling and that, and they can't be with their pets. Even on days that we go to shows at night, they still have to have someone sit with that because when you go into a show that we're doing, we go in there and load in is at like 4 p.m. for a show where they go on stage at maybe 10 o'clock, but they have to, load in and set up the stage and get everything ready. They can't be home with the pets. So she actually hires a dog sitter to come in and be a dog sitter for their dogs. And you can do this with pets, or not pets, I'm sorry. You can do it with cats. You can do it with capybaras, whatever pets you have that need attention, that you can't be at the home for any amount of time. Even if you go to work, you can have someone come in, but to make a side hustle out of it, if you are good with pets, you can find these people that need that help. And, maybe someone works second shift. They need you to come in and sit with the dogs for a couple hours, let them out, stuff like that. You can make good money but like I said, there's the same thing. You have to cover your insurance. You got to figure out, what liabilities do I have? What happens if your pet's sitting and one of the animals knocks a vase off the wall or something? Find out that stuff. Go and talk to your insurance agent and say, hey, I'm looking into this stuff. So that's a good one, pet sitting. And I know it from, experience that Dana has to hire a pet sitter. And she gets paid pretty good, but she also does really good work. See, that's the thing. Another thing is home organizing. If you love organizing your house, or like my sister, she doesn't like organizing her house, but she comes over to mine and cleans my house. She enjoys it. I don't know why. That's kind of weird to me, but I don't know. But Being a home organizer is big business. I mean, just by the sheer number of storage organization systems that are out there, you can see that it's something that's needed. People that have messy homes and they're having a party or something like that, you can put it out where you go in and you clean the house and you organize it. Or people that are feel so cluttered and their house is cluttered, they don't know where to go. You can go in and organize their home. Teach them how to, get organizing systems in place, stuff like that. That's a good one. And I'm telling you, you can make mega bucks doing this. There are people out there that will pay you big bucks to organize their home. And there's a lot of videos out there that you can learn from so that you can, know how to go in and organize someone's home. But just like all this other stuff, like I said, check your state laws, check your insurance, stuff like that, because you don't want to be going into someone's homes or even like a Airbnb. You could be the cleaning person for an Airbnb because a lot of these people live out of town and they just rent out these houses that they own. You could be the cleaning service that goes in, but check and make sure what kind of liability you need, stuff like that. But, if you enjoy it, you can make money at it. There's some, there's some things you have to go through. There's some hoops you have to jump through before you do any of this stuff. But if you do your research and find out about it, you can do pretty good. I do know home organizers that make thousands and thousands of dollars from a house. So that's a big one. A lot of people don't know about it. A lot of people don't know that there's people out there that will come in and organize house. They know about people that like, maid services, Molly maid and stuff like that will come in and clean the house. But they're just cleaning what you have. They're not organizing. They're not coming into a house and saying, this room would look so much better if you did this and this and this. And they'll fill, you get a plan together for the client and you go in and you say, this is what my plan is. This is what we can do. Or there's actually, people that go in and let's just say my messy closet. They'll go in and they'll clean out your closet for you and throw a lot of the stuff out that you haven't even touched in years. But before they throw that stuff out, have a sale, okay? Because you want to sell the stuff before you give it away. All right. Have a sale. A lot of people are doing DoorDash, stuff like that, driving, Uber drivers, stuff like that. You can make good money at it, but that is one that you can make it or break it. Okay. If you were doing an Uber driver, I just watched these videos a couple of days ago of bad experiences. And the video that I was watching, the Uber driver, he pulled up to pick up some people from the bar, and by law, he can only have 3 people in his car because it's a car with a front seat and then a back bench seat. I think you could put someone in the middle if there's a seatbelt, but by law, you can only have a person in each seat. And all of a sudden, like 6 people tried to pile in this car and they were cussing and yelling at him and going, I'm paying for this and you're driving and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, get out of my car, that kind of thing. And the one person actually caught his seat on fire. They spilled beer all over the car, stuff like that. You're going to have that if you start doing these Uber drivers. You're going to have that night where you pick someone up and it's a disaster. So be very careful. I personally, even though I would really enjoy being the person that drives like the golf cart at events, drives people back and forth, or, like a shuttle bus driver at events, I'd love to do that. But, doing Uber and DoorDash, stuff like that, I don't know. Just do your research. If you love driving and you're not afraid to, get in a couple confrontations or whatever, DoorDash is a good one because you're just delivering food. Grubhub, stuff like that. But, if you're going to do like Uber driving, get cameras. That's what saved a lot of these people. And when I was watching those videos, it saved them because a good example, one of the people that the guy picked up, it was a girl and she started flirting with him. And I'm talking over the top. And she went and said that he did everything to her, that he was the one who's trying to hit on her, and got really pushy and all that stuff. And I don't know if it got to the point where she said that, sexual abuse or something like that, but it was all on video. He had cameras in his car, and which proved that, you know, he didn't do anything. So you got to be careful. Got to be really careful about stuff like this. The world is a weird place. And if you're doing Uber driving, it can get really weird, so be real careful about that. But the next one on my list here goes back to the same thing as the organizing, this house cleaning. If you just want to clean someone's house, that's big business. You can make a lot of money at that, especially if you get into Airbnbs and stuff like that, to where you're on the staff to clean these houses. So you're talking, instead of just doing like a house cleaning once a month or that, you're going in every 2 days or something and cleaning that house. So you can make some good money at that. And these people need this service. As I said, the service industry is so low right now. People don't want to do it. So people are paying premium money to have people come in and clean their house. I would probably hire a cleaner, but the problem that I have is I don't know. It just feels weird someone else cleaning my house. But if you're fine with that, or if you own an Airbnb, that's fine. But so that's people are out there that need you to come and clean their houses. So house cleaning is a good one. You can make some good money, but like I said, same thing. Check your laws, all that, and check your insurance. Make sure you have good insurance. Other than that, I want to skip over this one here. I was going to say about tutoring. That's something completely different. You need to have your state licenses and all that. But reselling, like I said, reselling is a good one. Great example today. Today's Saturday. Recording this at 10 o'clock at night right now. But this morning, my sisters called me and they're like, "Hey, we're going to the bin store. You want to go?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm trying to sell stuff on Poshmark and all that. And I'm not selling. I do better on Facebook Marketplace and my woodworking stuff." But I went and I found some excellent deals. Okay, we went to the pallet store and everything was $1. And I found, what I get, 9 high-end shower heads that are selling on Amazon for like $60 a piece. And I got them for $1 a piece. Same thing with this. It's like a red light therapy thing. It's supposed to lose weight with it and all that. And I was like, it's interesting. It's brand new in a box. $1. I'm like, I'll take a chance. That's selling for $95 on Amazon. So I'm going to put it up for $40. And if somebody offers me $30, I'll take it because I only paid $1 for it. So reselling is huge. My sister sells a lot of clothing on Poshmark. Poshmark is a good service. It's kind of weird with Poshmark is she has like, I'll say 500, or I was going to say 500,000. Maybe that's too high, but she's got a ton of followers, but a lot of them are sellers. And I tell her, maybe she should be a wholesaler for them because she loves sourcing the clothing. So she does that a little bit. She's a wholesaler for some of these people, and she'll go out and she'll find 10 Levi jeans. Okay. And she pays like $2 a piece at some of these places for these Levi jeans. But instead of trying to sell them for $30 a piece, she bundles them together and sells the whole box for like $30 and she still makes a lot of money on them because she's only paying $2 a piece and she's probably selling 5 or whatever. I don't know. But she's also saving money for these resellers that don't have the time or that to go out and find the stuff themselves. So that's great. Reselling is a big thing. And I do it. Jen does it. You can make some good money at. You can open up an Etsy store, stuff like that. You got to learn how to ship stuff, shipping costs, what, boxes to use to ship certain things and stuff like that. But, if you do some research, there's a lot of videos on YouTube that will teach you, There's a lot of bad ones and there's a lot of good ones, so just watch them all and get whatever you can out of all of them. And they'll teach you how to sell on like Etsy and stuff like that. And you can make good money. You'd be surprised what people buy. So, anyways, that's what I got for you today. I just want to go over a few things that you can make some extra money on. Side hustle, man. Get your side hustle on. Figure out what you enjoy doing. Figure out your laws, because you don't want to break the laws. You don't want to get, you know, a year into this and find out that you were supposed to pay taxes on all this stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So side hustles it is. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Like I said, if you're new here, thank you very much. If you've been here a while, thank you very much. If you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, give me a thumbs up on the video, leave a positive comment. All that stuff really does help. And but hit that subscribe button, because you'd be surprised how many people are watching this and haven't hit that subscribe button yet. And I'm watching you. I know who you are. No, just kidding. But anyways, have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Get out there, make some extra cash. Even if you just have to go mow someone's lawn for $35. Bingo, that's money in your pocket. All right. Have a great day. Make this a great day. Make some extra cash. And I'll talk to you later. All right. Goodbye, everyone.